Hi everyone, thanks so much for coming to my channel. This is Kendra Plays The Sims, and for today's video, I'm going to be talking about 10 new features that are going to be available in the Adventure Awaits expansion pack that we're going to be getting pretty soon. So if you're interested in learning about these 10 new features, go ahead and stay tuned. But first things first, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel. That way you always see my future content. And let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we're going to get with this new expansion pack, just like we get with any other expansion pack, is a new world, and that's going to be called Gibby Point. And it features 3 new neighborhoods, which is going to be Wonderwood Wilds, Crystal Valley, and Jellyfish Junction. So there's all kinds of stuff in these different neighborhoods. There's an erupting geyser, a bay, a lagoon with jellyfish, and as you can see probably in the trailer, there's going to be a place for you to be able to kayak. So there's all kind of customizable features in this particular expansion pack, which I'm excited to see. You're going to be able to make this world your own. So that's the first thing that you can expect. So the next feature that you should expect is adventures at every corner. So I'm sure you saw in the reveal trailer and the gameplay trailer, there's going to be 3 different things that you can really get away to. So the first one is Camp Gibby Gibby, and I'm really excited for this one because this one just allows for our children to have more things to do, more ways to interact with one another, new skills, new hobbies, all kinds of fun things I think we'll like in game. Then we have the Revive and Thrive, where you can actually go in and basically make your own smoothies, go to free weights, go to spin classes, all kinds of fun stuff. And then lastly, we have Love Highland. So I think this is going to be my favorite personally, because I like that you're going to be able to do a romantic challenge with this, but you're also going to be able to have your Sims interact and probably use, features from other expansion packs like Love Struck to make this experience more noticeable. So I'm really excited to see how we're going to have all these different types of adventures in the game. So the next thing that you can expect is some new jobs and traits. So based off what I've seen online, you're going to be able to have a park worker with 2 paths, which is a counselor or a park ranger. And then in terms of traits, we're going to have something like competitive, and we're also going to have what I've seen online, which is a grind set mindset for kids. So these are some of the new traits and the new career paths as well, but I'm sure there's going to be a little bit more. They just haven't told us everything quite yet. So let's go ahead and dive into the next thing. So coming off of the new traits and the new career paths, we're also going to get some new skills. It's going to be 4 different skills, which I'm really excited about because I'm not sure if we've gotten this many in an expansion pack, unless I'm just forgetting, to be quite honest. But we're going to get papercraft, entomology, and if you don't know what that is, that's basically like the study of insects. Diving, which I'm really excited about. I think that's going to be really cool to see how our Sims evolve over time as they dive. And what I've seen a lot of online, and I've seen a lot of people talking about, is archery. And I think that's going to be really, really cool, especially that kids can do it because they don't get a lot of stuff in game. And I'm really excited to see how that's going to work and how they're going to progress over time. So those are some of the skills that you can expect, which I'm really excited to see. So since we've been talking about the kids in Sims 4, they're going to get a lot of new childhood adventures, which I'm really happy to see because they don't get a whole lot. Sometimes they get a little neglected in the game, and I'm really happy to see that they're going to have a place to be able to go to grow, and to also learn at. But I've seen online that we're going to be able to have a lot more fun with them with these new playgrounds. And I've seen where you can basically customize them to look how you want them to look. They can be small, large, medium size, which is going to be nice in game. It's going to be a nice thing for them to be able to do, to be able to play around, all of that great stuff. Then there's also going to be some really new games. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this is going to work. So the first one I saw was hide and seek, which is going to be cool. I wonder if there's going to be some nice hiding spots for kids, and I hope it actually works. I hope it doesn't glitch out or anything when we're playing. Next, we have rock, paper, scissors, which is going to be pretty cool. And then what we've also seen a lot of based off of the reveal trailer and the gameplay trailer is the imaginary friends. And I'm really looking forward to this because what I've seen online is that you can make them your own. So you can make them a goofball, competitive, creative, and even evil. And these are going to impact how your children interact with, of course, the imaginary friend. But I wonder if it's going to impact how you see other kids as well. So those are some of the things that you can expect from the childhood adventures based off of what we've seen in these 2 trailers. So the next feature that we're going to see in the expansion pack is some new activities, which I'm really happy to see because I'm so used to always going to the basics like gardening, painting, cooking, those kind of activities. So I'm looking forward to seeing something different. I know we're going to have a water slide, which is going to be nice, especially if you're just building at home, but it's also going to be really nice for a getaway as well. So if you don't want to have one at home, you can have one for your getaway. Then we're going to have kayaking, which is really nice. I think that's going to be so cool to see them do something else in the water except for swim or go to the buoys or whatever you call them and like deep dive. Now we're going to have some kayaking. Then we get into some of the workout stuff, which is the spin bikes and the free weights. So I'm excited to see some new workout stuff in game because honestly, I feel like they could make that a new kit where, you know, everything is just workout gear. But I'm really excited to see these two new activities make an appearance. And then lastly, we're going to get a new blender as well. I'm not really sure if that's going to be an activity per se, but it's something new that's going to be making its way into The Sims 4. And I don't know if it's going to come with anything, you know, anything significant, but it is a new activity. So the seventh feature that you can expect is to be able to schedule your getaways. So you can really customize this just like you do any other event. As you can see on the screen, you can select a place, so that can be anywhere in any of the worlds that you have. And you can also do any of the custom venues. So if you download something from the gallery, you can definitely go to that place or create your own. So I really love that about this expansion pack. And then also you can customize how many nights that you want to go. So you can select if you want to just go for 1 night, 2 nights, 3 or 4, and if it reoccurs. So this can be a weekly thing that your sim goes to. So if you want to make it a bed and breakfast, you can have them go every weekend, which I think is really fun. And then you also have some schedule presets too. So you can go ahead and customize if you want to and make your own, but you can also select one. So like if you want to have a senior living facility, a bed and breakfast, just like I just mentioned, a cooking competition, all that good stuff. So you can go ahead and just select one. And then also you can set rules. You have a maximum of 5. So as you can see on the screen, there's so many different ones you can choose from, like no strings attached, elimination, and love is in the air. So the 8th feature that you can expect is some competitions. And I think this will be really great for people who want to have a longer gameplay, because these competitions will allow you to be able to participate and be able to eliminate Sims one at a time. So based off of what I've seen on the reveal trailer and in the gameplay trailer, there are several different competitions that you can participate in. And I haven't seen all of them because the little thing was spinning kind of fast, but I was able to catch a few of them. So based on what I've seen, you can have a romantic competition, which I think will be really fun, especially if you want something like a Love Island kind of feel. And then you also have something with kids with the skill competition. I'm not sure exactly how that'll go, and I'm really hoping that it doesn't glitch when you actually start to have them participate in the challenge or the competition. And then you also have the cooking competition, which I think will be pretty fun, because I think that will make us want to increase our cooking skills and work on several skills, like even our romance skills, to not get eliminated. So I think this will be really fun, especially if you're looking for a new type of gameplay, something new to participate in, and just something overall more fun to enjoy. So the 9th feature that you can expect from this expansion pack is formative moments with children. And I know I mentioned before, we don't get a whole lot, so I'm really glad that this expansion pack is really touching on a lot of things when it comes to our kids. So it actually makes us want to play with them more often than we do now. So with the formative moments, we actually get to create childhood sentiments that create lasting bonds between Sims who grow up together. And I'm not sure if you saw in the trailers, basically one of the Sims who was a happy camper and he turned into a camp director, he still had the same friends that he had when he went to camp when he was a kid. And I think this will be great as they grow up and, you know, they go through their teenage years, their young adult years, and even their adult and elderly years too. So I love that we'll be able to create those long lasting bonds and keep those friendships. And it also helps to evolve our relationships and influence our adult interactions, which I'm excited to see how that will work in game, and if you'll have different interactions based on how long you've known another Sim. I think that'll be pretty cool to see how it plays out. And then lastly, it helps with developing traits for future development. So everything that you do when you start off as a kid is going to influence you as a teenager and as an adult, especially when it comes to traits, which I think is the perfect kind of gameplay, especially if you're playing as a family. If you have a kid going off to camp and he has a really good time there, those will influence his traits as he grows up. So I think that will be pretty cool, and I'm really excited to see how these formative moments take place. Last but definitely not least, we're going to be able to have some custom venues. And as you know, of course you can go into the gallery and download custom venues now, but now there's a little bit of a twist. But first things first, I want to talk about how you can create your own or download from the gallery. So if you want to create something that you don't see in the gallery, you can definitely do that and build if you're a builder. I'm not, so I know I'll be downloading from the gallery myself. And there's going to be so many different venues I'm sure that people are going to create, because there's a lot of great builders out there. So if you want to, you can create an oasis, a bed and breakfast, a workout camp, a kids camp. Pretty much the options are endless, and it's just based on your imagination. But with these custom venues comes some customizing of the schedules, which I think is going to be a new twist on the venues. So now you're going to be able to assign roles to people. So like say, for example, you send your kid off to camp, you can assign who's going to be the instructor, who's going to be the baker, all these different kind of roles. So I think that's really nice. Then you also have a role library. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but we'll see as we play into the expansion pack. Then we have a start time and time slots as well. So there's going to be a lot when it comes to these custom venues, and I'm super excited to see what people come up with. And I'm really interested to see how I can tap into my own imagination and really kind of play into what I want to see fit into my game. So those are the 10 new features that you can expect from this expansion pack, and I would love to know your thoughts down below. Which one of these features are you looking forward to seeing most in game? Let me know down in the comment section, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye.